For the past month, I've been testing a couple more electric standing desks, the Foley Jarvis and the Vivo V103E. They both use dual motors and have a good height range, especially for people who are looking for a shorter desk. They're both equipped with memory controllers to quickly switch between sitting and standing throughout the day, and if you live in Canada like I do, don't worry, they're both available for shipping without any extra duties or import taxes. While both models are perfect for what I was looking for in a new standing desk, they have a couple differences in how they operate, the leg design, cable management, lift capacity, and price that will really determine which one might be right for you. Hi, I'm David, and here's a quick look at the Foley Jarvis and Vivo V103E electric standing desks. So just a quick note, the tabletops I'm using on both the desk legs were bought from IKEA, and can be switched based on your own preference, so I'm just focusing on the legs for this video. Also, I purchased the Foley Jarvis myself, but the Vivo legs were provided to me for testing. If you've seen my previous video, you know I've used the Anthrodesk for over a year now, and the main reason I switched to a new electric standing desk is for the extended height range. The Jarvis legs go down to about 60 centimeters and the Vivo down to 63 centimeters. Don't forget to also add the thickness of your tabletop, but both of these go down low enough to hit my ideal 65 centimeters based on my chair setup. Both desks can also go pretty high, well above my typical standing height at 103 centimeters. Wobble is also something to be aware of with these standing desks. Both of them have some wobble to them and is most noticeable with flexible objects like a monitor stand. But for me, it's never really been a concern, and the experience doesn't seem significantly better or worse than I've had on other standing desks. The biggest difference between the two is the operation of the memory controller and the safety features. On the Jarvis, you have a pretty standard controller, buttons to go up and down, and memory buttons to send the desk to the user-defined height once pressed. But it also has some pretty unique safety features as well. You can lock the controller by holding down the memory button, and unlock it in the same way. You can reconfigure the memory button so they'll only operate when being constantly held down, instead of needing a single click. You can define a lower maximum or higher minimum heights to prevent it from hitting objects, and there's even a pressure sensor that's supposed to stop the desk from moving if it hits something. But I wouldn't trust that completely since it does require a lot of pressure to activate, so leaving a chair underneath is still really dangerous to do. The Vivo controller and safety mechanism is a bit different. It uses a touch controller that's illuminated at night, but basic operation is the same, minus one less memory button. The big difference is that the Vivo automatically locks itself after 60 seconds of inactivity. This means pretty much every time you want to switch from sitting to standing, you'll need to first hold down the memory button for 3 seconds to unlock the controller. This is a nice feature if you have kids around to prevent them from accidentally playing with the desk, but it also can be a little more annoying if you switch between sitting and standing regularly through the day and need to unlock it each and every time. The Vivo also has a built-in timer that you can set from half an hour to 2 hours long to remind yourself to switch it up, but that's pretty much the extent of the Vivo controller. Next, let's look at the design of the legs. The Jarvis staggers its legs to the back, which I think looks really nice. It also has a high-quality gloss paint finish that completes its premium look. There's no built-in cable management system on the Jarvis except for the included zip ties and sticky mount, so I had to install my own IKEA Signum rack to keep the cables a little more tidy underneath here. The Vivo legs are pretty standard and have a good matte black paint finish, and I like that it includes a cable tray underneath to help keep the cables and power bar tidy. Both of these desks use dual motors, and both are fairly fast with smooth motor noise. The Jarvis has a significantly higher lift capacity, which is something to consider, especially if you plan on placing a large desktop PC on the desk, but both are perfectly fine for my configuration. And finally, price. The Vivo can be ordered from Amazon Canada with free shipping, so you'll just have to pay tax on top. The Foley Jarvis, on the other hand, needs to be ordered directly from the manufacturer in the US. This does mean that if you live in Canada, you will have to pay extra for shipping, but the cost includes all the taxes and duties, so there weren't any other charges when I had it delivered. So I think the price is still fairly competitive, even with the currency exchange. So in the end, I think both of these electric standing desks are really good, and I'd be happy to go either way. While the Foley Jarvis is a little more expensive, I feel it was worth it for the slightly more premium design and simpler to use controller. But the Vivo remains a solid pick as well with a good height range and lower price. But those are just my thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. You know what to do, and I'll see you in the next video.